Hey guys, and welcome to another video. So, with this week being as crazy as it is, and me and my family deciding to stay indoors from now on, um, I thought it would be fun to vlog because I haven't done this in a long time, and why not now? So first off, we all know the news. This is non-book related, but we all know the news that the USA has declared a state of emergency and that the stores were not prepared for the high volume of people going there to get stocked up on stuff. Now, I know a lot of people are being criticized for their anxiety, but I kind of see their side of it. I understand because I have my grandmother to think about. I take care of her, and she's 90, so I don't want her getting anything, and I don't want her to bring something back that's going to affect her as well. So the less you go out, the less possibility you'll have of contracting this. So I kind of understand why people went a little crazy. I think it's not so much because they're afraid there's food shortages, because I don't think that's going to happen. I'm sure the stores are going to restock and everything's going to be fine. I think it's more they don't want to have to be going out, especially during these weeks when all the experts are saying there's going to be a peak in how many people are affected. So they said from now until April, end of April, is probably the highest amount of numbers we'll see. And then it's supposed to start going down. But so I can kind of see why the need to stock up on stuff. It's so you don't go out as much. And especially with high risk families that have elderly or really sick people with weak immune systems, I think those are the main focused groups that need to be stocked up on stuff. And so thankfully God helped us and we were able to get quite a few things. So I think we're gonna be okay. And if not, then we'll have to go out. But for the most part, I think we'll be okay. Anyways, that aside, I just had a really stressful week, not just because the stores were insane and the lines were super long and it was really hard to find things, but also because my grandma pulled a muscle. And I know that sounds like a mild thing, but at her age and with osteoporosis and arthritis, it's not a mild thing. She's in so much pain. Well, the first 2 days she was in a lot of pain. Now it's gotten less, but still pretty painful. So I didn't want to take her to the emergency or anything. So I decided to call her doctor, who said it was better to bring her in, get her x-rayed and seen at his office instead of the hospital or anything like that. So we did have to do like a really long drive to LA, and I know LA is like a main place where people are affected, but in his area, he assured us that it hadn't been affected yet. Like there weren't any people with anything yet. So we just had to pray and have faith that nothing would stick to us. So hopefully, it's been 4 days and we all seem okay. So we'll see how that goes. But his main worry was that she would have a fracture because of her osteoporosis, even if she pulled a muscle. So we took her in, luckily, and we were blessed. She didn't have any fractures or breaks. She just had a pulled muscle and a little bit of water in her lungs. So we just got an extra diuretic, because she's already on one. And we were just told to rest and put heating pads. And then he gave her a special cream, which unfortunately the prescription he gave had the wrong strength on it, because that strength didn't exist. So now we have to wait until Monday, which is tomorrow, for her to get the medication. So we've just done our best helping her with the pain. And yeah, so that's been pretty stressful. And then her not really sleeping much the first 2 days she had that pain. So we didn't sleep at all. But yesterday she slept really well, and today she slept really well. So I'm grateful that it seems like she's getting better. Now, on a bookish related side of things, I only read 2 books in February, and that was Nemesis, I think it's called. It was the sequel to Diabolic. And then I also read The Weight of a Soul, both of which I thought were just okay reads. I didn't think they were great. Unfortunately, they were just okay. Weight of a Soul actually made me really excited at first. I started reading it and it just intrigued me, the mystery behind all of it. And then I just lost interest halfway through the book, which is unfortunate. But anyways, then now I'm reading, starting in February, I started Rosemarked. I haven't had a lot of time to read because my grandma's been so ill and I've been helping her, and recently she had been hospitalized, and after that it was just a recovery period, which was really hard, and now this with the muscle thing, and it's been a crazy couple months. But I have read a bit of this. I'm on page 98 and I'm actually really enjoying it. I think it got mixed reviews. I don't think it got that many 4 or 5 star reviews, so it kind of worries me, but so far I'm really enjoying it, and it's nice because I needed to get out of that okay slump. So I'm happy, and we'll see how that goes. And I'll let you guys know what I think about the book once I get further into it. Liking it so far. We'll see what happens and when I'm able to vlog again to kind of update you guys. And yeah, so I'll see you guys soon. Bye. Hey guys, and welcome to another little bit of vlogging here. I haven't really done as much reading as I wish I had. I've read a little bit more into Rosemarked, but not enough to really say anything else or add anything to my previous clip. But I actually ended up having to go out, and it's crazy. Oh my gosh. The few things I did find, I was super happy to find. So I tried to get 2 of each thing and found out there's a limit of 1. So that was detergent and hand soap, which was really weird because I didn't know there was a limit on those. So anyways, that was odd. And then just the emptiness of the stores now is insane. I mean, it was pretty empty before, but now it's like crazy empty. I'm not sick. It's just because it's so cold. So the sun is starting to come out though, so that's kind of nice. I do prefer the cold though. But I thought because I got some mail and it's bookish related, I would share it with you guys since I'm doing this vlog, and we'll see how this vlog goes by the end of the month. I suspect like this virus thing is going to get worse, but at least we don't have to worry about food shortages because we have plenty of food in America. And they will constantly restock. Now, the only thing that worries me is like tissue paper and things like that. I don't know how long they're going to be at restocking that kind of stuff, but hopefully not too long. But we will do with what we have. So I got some pre-order swag in the mail, which is super cool. So this is what I got. So I am obsessed, and I love anything Woodmark related. So we got this really cute Heart of Flames bookmark, and it's wooden, and then the back is just as beautiful. I mean, this is such a well done bookmark. I love it. It'll go perfect in my little Woodmark collection. We also got these cute little art prints. That's the back of it. And then here's another one. My dog. Here's the back of that one. And so that was one of my bookish mail things. And then my other bookish mail is my Sarah J. Maas book. I know everybody's already gotten theirs. I got mine late. I have loved Throne of Glass. I love the series, but there's some books that I liked more than others. So I feel like it was too long. It could have been less books, but that's just my personal like opinion. So I have kind of a love, not hate, but dislike kind of thing with her. And then same thing with ACOTAR. I loved certain parts of each book, and then I didn't like certain parts of each book, which is really weird. I don't know. Anyways, but I've heard really good things about this book, and so I'm actually really excited to read it and give her another chance to see if like I'll just absolutely adore this book. But it's so cool. And then the end pages, I'm sure everybody's already seen them. I don't want to mess up my book, but the end pages are really beautiful. And this one's signed, which is really cool. So I'm excited. I'm really excited because everybody's talking about how great this book is. So we'll see how that goes. And then other than the book and the swag, that's all that's happened so far. And me going out has been really limited. But I did end up having to go out today. I did keep my distance from people and just did the shopping and then went straight to the car right after I paid. And that was it. And yeah, so that's about it. If I get any more reading done, I'll just do and add more to this vlog. Hopefully it won't be this boring all the time. I've mostly been watching like YouTube videos and watching some movies, but nothing like major interesting or doing a lot of reading. I haven't done a lot of reading, which I should. And then I also want to continue reading my Bible because that was one of my goals, to read it by the end of this year. I don't think I'll actually reach that goal, but I want to attempt to read as much as I can before the end of the year. So those are my my little like goals. Oops, I gotta go. The phone. I'll see you guys. Welcome to the continuation and the end of my March vlog. Apparently and obviously I did not continually do this vlog throughout the month as much as I hoped I would. I really thought I would have a lot more time, and even though I have a lot of time, it's taken up really easily. So I didn't get a lot of reading done, but I did finish Rosemarked, which I'm really happy about. So I finished it last night. Actually, I wanted to finish it before the month was over so I could say I read one book at least. And I read over 100 pages last night. So I found it to be a really easy read. I found it to be enjoyable. It is slow paced and it is more character driven than it is plot driven. It does have a plot and all of that, but I feel like it's more character based. So we delve deeper into like each of the protagonists. We get 2 POVs. So we have a male protagonist and a female one. So we have 2 POVs. The 2 main characters are, I don't even know if I'm going to pronounce this correctly, but the female one is Siva and the male one is Denias. I don't know. Anyways, they come from 2 completely different walks of life, and they have 2 completely different views on how they should participate with the empires conquering so many different regions. So let me explain. There's an empire, and this empire has been conquering different regions throughout, and whoever doesn't surrender to the empire gets punished, and whoever stands up against them after they've been conquered also gets punished. So yeah, both of their communities or tribes have their own views of how things should be for the well-being of their people. So Ziva, she comes from a small village that's very supportive and very loving, and it's a village of healers, so they're very knowledgeable, and she's like the youngest healer that has ever gone through the trials and passed. They have their own like rituals and stuff. And so her village has taken the stance to just be supportive of the empire and just go about their day just to get by and not like cause some kind of problem with the empire. They see it as security for their people. Whereas Denias, he comes from a tribe of warriors. So they've been taught to be tough, and even though they're very supportive in their own way, they have been taught to be loyal to one another, to their tribe, and to be tough and skilled warriors. So his background, that's his background, but he was captured. They don't talk too much about it, but they let you know he was captured. He was a prisoner. He obviously suffered a lot and is emotionally scarred. And yeah, so that's his background. And hers is this healer who just passed these really hard trials and is the youngest healer, celebrated by her village. And in this world, there is a disease called Rosemarked, and This disease is a plague that's easily transmitted from people, which is very familiar. I did not know this when I was reading the book when I started, but that's funny. So this disease has 3 end results. One is death, which is the most common one. The second would be you come out of it with the marks that are like a rose color, turning dull, and that means you are now immune to it and no longer contagious. And the third one is you come out of it alive, but your rose marks stay with you, and that means that it's more of a life sentence. You will eventually get the symptoms and die again, and you are still contagious. So you don't know if you have days, weeks, months, or years to live, but you know that eventually you will die. And both of our main characters get this disease at the beginning almost of the book. The boy, Denius, he is thrown out with all the rose marks, with all the rose marked prisoners into like this mass grave. He's rescued by these 2 people because he's still alive and his rose marks have turned dull, which means he's immune. Ziva, on the other hand, is a healer, and all these warriors from the Empire usually come through there, and they have to be very supportive and give them food and shelter and anything they want. And a lot of them get sick. She's a healer, and she ends up getting the disease herself. And when she survives the symptoms and everything, she comes out of it still rose marked, which means she's still contagious and she will eventually die. So both his tribe and her village come together in an agreement that something needs to be done because they can't trust the Empire not to eventually wipe them out. So they have a common enemy. And even though the village, Ziva's village, has always been kind of more like neutral, not wanting to get involved, now they're seeing that they might have to, and the warriors have always been rebels. So they decide that our 2 protagonists need to come together and work toward this goal, which is overthrowing this empire. And it just goes into explaining how they do it and what the plan is and how it changes along the way, and their relationship to each other. And so it's more character driven, definitely. Slower pace, not a lot of action. And we are left kind of on what's gonna happen. So I have to read the second book now. So that was a synopsis, I guess. I tried my best. I don't know. I really enjoyed it. So we'll see what that brings. And then this month has been really slow in the fact that all of my subscription boxes have been delayed except for one, which I did receive, and that was Owlcrate. And I did not do an opening on camera. So I am sad I didn't wait to do that, but my computer kind of messed up, so I couldn't do it, and I'm using my iPad, and that's very difficult to do an unboxing. So it was a great one though, because it was their anniversary, and they gave us like a speaker and a wooden art print and a poster, and I mean, it was really a nice box, but it's the only one I got. So all my other boxes are delayed, and supposedly we're getting them all in April, but I don't know, with this pandemic and everything, who knows. But I did have a kind of like a haul that I need to record, so that I might do. It's gonna be hard doing it with my iPad, so I'm gonna wait until I get this camera that I ordered for my computer. I don't think the quality is gonna be that great, but at least I'll be able to record again on the computer, and I'll do that then. But hopefully this will be up by April, and I'll have some content on my channel. I hope you guys enjoyed this vlog, and I really hope you're all staying safe and indoors and quarantined, and I have faith everything's gonna be okay, and we're gonna get through this. And I just pray you guys are all safe, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.